do battle with the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll set up a throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Laviska Shenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. McCann's got it teed up. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sheds off the tackle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 5. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Seven, our score after one. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll set up to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
17's Mike 17. No game on this defense, no game. Check 52. Check, lucky.
He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Being chased out left. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line. A near catastrophe. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Nice play. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
17 is Mike 17. Watch the run, watch the run.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get it. What? He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Back to throw now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 60
from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Tight.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 4. Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Denver.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely. And when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and